Hello there and a very warm welcome to all of you here on Verdict 2017, where we're getting you all the updates from the poll-bound states. Of course, at the moment, the cliffhanger really seems to be in Uttar Pradesh, where what was supposed to be a given alliance between the Samajwadi Party and the Congress, at the moment, things looking a bit iffy there. A confirmation not really coming in from either side as of now, especially with the seat sharing being a problem, really. Also, some updates coming in from the other states and some special reports. But first, let's get you all the headlines. Shivpal Yadav finds a place in the Samajwadi Party list of 191 candidates for first three phases of Uttar Pradesh election, but suspense continues over the announcement of an alliance with the Congress. Supreme Court defers hearing on a petition seeking postponement of the union budget till the 23rd of January. Centre files a reply to the Election Commission on procedure followed to delay budget presentation in 2012. And an Election Commission delegation led by Chief Election Commissioner Naseem Zaidi visits Goa, team to conduct the review of poll preparations in the state. Our top story, Samajwadi Party released its first list of candidates for the 191 seats for the upcoming polls on Friday. Shivpal Yadav and Azam Khan were among those who have been given a ticket. However, there's still no clarity on whether the alliance with the Congress is on.
Shivpal Yadav, the warring uncle of Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav, along with controversial State Minister Azam Khan, has made it to the first list of 191 Samajwadi Party candidates released on Friday. The ruling party's first list of candidates covered the first three phases of the seven-phase polling beginning on February 11th. The party has offered 18 seats to Congress in these three phases.
अभी तो कांग्रेस का पास से कोई पॉजिटिव रिस्पांस अभी तक नहीं आया, तो चुनाव शुरू हो चुका। हम लोग चाहते हैं भाजपा को हराने के लिए, कांग्रेस चाहते हैं उनका शक्ति को मजबूत करने के लिए। तो पहला लक्ष्य भाजपा का हराना, तो कांग्रेस गठबंधन में राजी हो जाएंगे। भाजपा को हराना चाहते हैं तो समाजवादी पार्टी जो सीट कांग्रेस को देना चाहते हैं, कांग्रेस का 52 सीट के ऊपर कांग्रेस का हक है।
ये चर्चा में इस तरह का कोई विषय तो नहीं था। अगर ऐसा हुआ है तो मुझे अभी जानकारी नहीं। गठबंधन के लिए कोई अभी किसी भी तरह का कोई अवरोध तो नहीं आया। मैं ये मानता हूँ कि गठबंधन हो कार्यकर्ताओं के सम्मान पर।
The Samajwadi Party has offered seats to the Congress on the basis of the position of their candidates in the 2012 assembly polls. The SP is reportedly insisting on contesting all seats in Amethi and can spare one for Congress in Rai Bareli. The two districts are considered Congress bastions.
5 साल अभूतपूर्व काम किए हैं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने, और इस सरकार में जो विकास कार्य हुए हैं वो इसके पहले किसी सरकार में नहीं हुए थे। फिर से चुनाव जिताने के लिए और पूर्ण बहुमत की सरकार बनाने के लिए माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी द्वारा जो काम कराए गए हैं वो पर्याप्त हैं, और मेरा अपना ये विचार है, मेरा अपना मानना है कि किसी भी गठबंधन की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है।
The alliance talks apart. The inclusion of Shivpal in the first list of candidates indicates a reconciliation between Mulayam Singh Yadav and son Akhilesh Yadav. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
All right, to take us more an in-depth look into this story, what it really means, we've of course got in studio Parsa Venkateshwara Rao, a senior journalist, joining us in the studio. Good evening, sir. Thanks so much for joining us. We also have Panjanan Mishra, who's of course joining us live from Lucknow. Panjanan, if I could come to you first, any kind of announcement that we can expect sometime later in the evening, because Kiranmay Nanda did say that Akhilesh has to make a formal decision. Because at the moment it seems like they are just offering 80 to 85 seats to Congress, which of course the Congress is not happy with.
Yeah, Tasveer, there was the alliance earlier around the corner. It was the general feeling here that there will be alliance and it will be announced today itself. But at mid-noon there was some roadblocks in this alliance. And now the Samajwadi Party is not ready to give as many seats as Congress is demanding. Samajwadi Party want only to give to 54 seats to Congress and 30 more seats as a bonus to Congress Party. But Congress has said the alliance should be at the cost of respect and the feelings of their party workers and also the contenders should be respected, so that there are roadblocks in this alliance. But we came to learn that Raj Babbar is any time to come at the residence of Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav. We are at 5 Kalidas Road in Lucknow. This is the Chief Minister's residence, and we may see that there may be a formal talk, and the local journalists and the well-known of the politics are saying that there may be alliance, but there will be hard bargaining from the both sides. Tracy.
All right, we'll leave it there for now, Panchanan. Thanks so much for joining us for those details coming in from Lucknow. We'll wait for more updates from there. Parsa sir, if I could bring you in at this point of time. There were, of course, talks when eventually the cycle symbol was given to Akhilesh that it was a complete stage-managed exercise by the father and son to kind of get the wave coming in towards Akhilesh. And with the fact that Shivpal Yadav has now been given a ticket, do you think this is going to strengthen those, those rumors?
Yes, on the face of it, it looks as though it has been stage managed. But if you look a little closer, we understand the dynamics of the whole exercise. I think Mulayam Singh Yadav did want his son to continue as the chief minister if the party returns to power, and he almost facilitated that issue for Akhilesh Yadav. Secondly, I think Akhilesh Yadav had to be kept the face of the party if there was to be any alliance with the Congress. Because of historical baggage, Mulayam Singh Yadav would never go along with the Congress. There is a personal standoff between Mulayam Singh Yadav and the Congress, which goes back to the 1960s and to ideological differences, and also goes back to 1998 when Mulayam Singh Yadav at the last minute pulled out from supporting the claim of Congress, of Congress President Sonia Gandhi for the formation of the government when the Vajpayee government fell in 1998. I think they haven't forgotten those bitter moments, and that is why I think it was easier for Akhilesh Yadav without that political baggage, historical baggage, to extend a hand of friendship to Congress and to the new generation Rahul Gandhi.
Absolutely, and all may be forgiven between Mulayam and in fact Sonia Gandhi, but then we know how the opposition will take it up and bring it up, and perhaps to avoid that as well. Parsa sir, continue staying with us. We'll get to our viewers some more updates on what has been happening through the day. The Election Commission, in fact, today asked the Cabinet Secretariat for fresh details on the procedure followed by the then UPA-2 government in postponing the presentation of the Union Budget in 2012. The opposition had sought that the budget presentation be postponed in view of the assembly elections in 5 states. They alleged that budget announcements might help the ruling party to influence voters. The centre, however, defended its decision, saying that the Union Budget is an annual constitutional exercise and covers the entire country. It also stuck to its decision to advance the budget presentation, arguing that it was done to ensure that the budgetary allocations were made well in time. The budget session this year will start from the 31st of January, and the Union Budget and Economic Survey are slated to be presented the day after. The Supreme Court will hear the plea seeking a postponement of the Union Budget on the 23rd of January.
Usually, जब कभी भी चुनाव की घोषणा होती है तो उस वक्त इवन बजटेड वर्क को शुरू नहीं किया जाता, क्योंकि उसका असर, उसका इन्फ्लुएंस वोटर के ऊपर पड़ता है. तो अब ये अगर आप बजट पेश करेंगे फरवरी में, तो उसका असर, और आप पॉपुलिस्ट स्कीम जो भी लाएंगे, वो अगर मतदाताओं को अट्रैक्ट करने का, आकर्षण करने का अगर उसमें मुद्दे हैं, तो उसका परिणाम चुनाव पे हो सकता है.
All right, we'll keep you updated on that development. Meanwhile, in Manipur, Praja Party mascot Irom Sharmila is slowly recovering from a 16-year-long hunger strike. And with elections just around the corner, she is now working hard on reaching out to voters and voice her agenda. Our correspondent Akhilesh Suman spoke to Irom about her plans and what she sees ahead in the future.
Mainly the focus will be on repeal of ABSPA and as well as bringing right to justice to all and economically independent.
Assembly election is for overall development and control and administration of the states. So why only AFSPA you want to put as your agenda?
As for me, I want to focus on AFSPA repeal, the draconian law in a democratic country.
Do you plan to make an alliance with any other party, or you want to fight the election alone?
Just single out a regional party based on ideology and principle, but not on muscle and money power. But those left party front consisting of around 7 different parties suggested us to join them for a pre-poll alliance to strengthen so as to encounter with the most powerful BJP and the Congress parties.
So do you want to make any alliance with any of them?
I think it's also good for making the government.
You are feeling that you will form the government, or you are fighting for sitting in the opposition?
If possible, on the ruling seat.
Election requires lots of money and resources. Do you think that you can manage all those things?
If we want to come to see real democracy in the society, we really want to depend on people's support.
All right, Akhilesh Suman is in fact joining us from Imphal this evening. Akhilesh, as always, Irom Sharmila there, not mincing her words, saying that AFSPA really is her main agenda. Also saying that why not, if given a chance, I would like to sit on the CM's chair, which of course seems a bit hard to imagine at this point of time. But nonetheless, give us an idea of how people are reacting to her foray into politics, the formation of Praja. Is there any kind of rumors of her alliance with anybody else? What are the kind of reactions you're getting?
Yeah, actually, Left Democratic Front has been formed here in Manipur, and parties like CPI, CPM, JDU, NCP, and Manipur Democratic Party, these are the alliance partners. And CPI people told me that we had a talk with Irom Sharmila, but till now, Irom Sharmila's party has not got registration. The hearing for registration in Election Commission in Manipur is scheduled on 30th of this month. So till this time, her party, Praja, has not got recognition by the State Election Commission. This is the situation of her party.
Okay.
But nonetheless, she is ready to even fight as an independent candidate, and she is preparing at least 6 candidates from Manipur that she has shortlisted. But the number can go up to 15, as they are telling. But their whole campaigning is a non-traditional methods. They are going into small groups. They are basically targeting the youth, and youth are inspired by her. If you go to the pragmatic voices in Manipur, people say that this is really very tough task for her because she has entered the political fray very late.
Yes.
Some people in CPI told me that they had offered and they had told Irom Sharmila that you fight the Lok Sabha election. But she was not ready at that point of time. Had they come at that point of time, fought the Lok Sabha elections, she might have won also because her aura is very big in Manipur. But election machinery in a situation like assembly election, you need grassroots organizations that she could not build till now. But appeal is there for her, and people inspired by her. Basically, the youth are very inspired by her.
All right.
And even the adult voters, those who have crossed the age of 40, they also say that it was too long for her to sit in hunger strike, and it is right time that she has come into fray. But there is another voice also. People say that people wanted to be her on sitting on hunger strike forever, and that is why in the beginning she could not get support from even her family members.
Yes.
So
this
these
just
are
goes
the
on to
mixed
prove you
situations.
may be a
But
big
what I am
personality,
getting that
but
she
it
is
doesn't
consistent.
mean that you have to be good at politics, or it doesn't mean that you may eventually gather those votes. Parsa sir, you do agree that she is definitely an icon. But at this point of time, stepping into that political foray, it seems quite difficult for her. And if at all, the parties may just use her as a mascot, but eventually, as far as power is concerned, she may not get any.
You're right there. She has got a tremendous reputation, and she is an icon for all the resistance sentiments in Manipur. For many reasons, I think that the state has been mishandled both at the state government level and by the central government. It has been neglected, and the situation has really gone out of hand. And I think she represents the sense of neglect that the people in Manipur seem to feel. So that will carry a lot of weight. But realistically speaking, I think she would not stand much of a chance in an assembly election, because the differences and the conflicts inside Manipur are quite acute for anyone to overlook. For example, between the Naga groups and the Plains people there. So it's difficult to overcome those barriers, those differences, and she would require at the least a party organization which can fan out across the state and try to build up a consensus. I think she has not so far been able to address the real problems there. But I think she commands a certain respect from all groups. There is no doubt about that.
But you have to give it to her that she is sticking to her stand, what she was even during her hunger strike. She is still with AFSPA.
At one level you admire her idealism, but you also fear that she's much too naive to take the political reality.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Parsa sir, thanks so much for joining us here on Verdict 2017. We hope to see more of you, as the weeks proceed into the election season, further in, deeper in fact. Thanks so much for joining us. Meanwhile, let's head on to Punjab, where former BJP MP Navjot Singh Sidhu, who joined the Congress a few days back, has accused the Badals of having looted Punjab in their 10-year rule. Sidhu alleged the Badals had a direct conflict of interest with the state exchequer. He also told voters that there was a pressing need for change in the state. The Congress candidate claimed that he had never seen such resentment among people against a government. Cricketer turned politician, Sidhu is fighting the assembly polls from Amritsar East seat on a Congress ticket.
मैं आज उजागर करने वाला बादलों की लुट घसुट की नीति ते उन्हां दी नीयत ते किस तरह पंजाब दा पेट पाड़ के अपने घर भरे गए ने, किस तरह लाखां करोड़ पैसा जिहड़ा है वो निजी संपत्तियां बन गईयां जिहड़ा कि पंजाब दा हक सी.
The full bench of the Election Commission, led by the Chief Election Commissioner Naseem Zaidi, will be on a 3-day visit to poll-bound Goa from today to the 22nd of this month. The team of ECI officials will be reviewing poll preparedness and hold a series of meetings with election officers, State Chief Secretary, State Finance Secretary and the Director General of Police. Zaidi will also interact with representatives of the BJP, Congress, NCP and Maharashtravadi Gomantak Party, which are recognized political parties there. Polling in the coastal state would be held on the 4th of February for 40 assembly seats. And our correspondent Ravinder Sheran spoke to the Chief Minister of Goa, Lakshmikant Parsekar. He says that he is confident of the BJP's return to power. The CM also attacked the Aam Aadmi Party and said that they will not open their account in the state.
मुझे लगता है पिछले समय जब 2012 में गोवा की जनता ने पूरी विचारपूर्वक पहली बार बीजेपी को स्पष्ट बहुमत दिया, I feel I should acknowledge people of Goa with thanks.
ये भी एक वादा हुआ था कि मांडवी से उसको कैसीनोज को बाहर निकालेंगे.
We have discouraged casinos. I understand. It was in 2008 and 9.
कांग्रेस सरकार.
जब कांग्रेस सरकार थी यहाँ कैसीनोज उनकी देन है।
दोहरी नागरिकता के संबंध में भी मामला चल रहा है कि पुर्तगाल की नागरिकता रहे, यहाँ की रहे, उसके बारे में क्या कहें?
जो कोर्ट के सामने मामला है उसके ऊपर मैं बोलना नहीं चाहता, फिर भी मुझे लगता है I am sympathetic to those who get the passport and go out. I feel sorry. Many of them move out to get jobs.
स्पेशल स्टेटस की मांग उठा रही है आम आदमी पार्टी इस बार, आप लोगों को क्या कहना है?
I feel these are the issues which certain people raise to garner public support.
Well, he may be dismissing the Aam Aadmi Party, but it has come with a string of promises to the voters. In fact, Delhi Chief Minister and National Convener of the Aam Aadmi Party, Kejriwal, has claimed that his party will secure no less than 28 to 32 seats in Goa.
Aam Aadmi Party convener Arvind Kejriwal spearheading his party's campaign in Goa. Addressing an election rally in Mapusa town in North Goa, Kejriwal slammed his party's three rivals in the state. Accusing the Congress, BJP and the Maharashtrawadi Gomantak party of corruption, he alleged that all three had collectively harmed the interests of the state.
पारसेकर, पारेकर, धौलीकर, इन सब लोगों ने मिलकर लूट लिया गोवा को। कांग्रेस ने, बीजेपी ने, धौलीकर ने, इन सब लोगों ने मिलकर लूट लिया गोवा को। गोवा में भी पाप का घड़ा भर चुका है। अब गोवा के अंदर भी चमत्कार होने वाला है।
Also on the hit list were the pre-election opinion polls conducted by some channels. All of them have ruled out any chances of the Aam Aadmi Party making any impact in the state. Rejecting the predictions, Arvind Kejriwal claimed his party will win between 28 to 32 seats in the 40-member assembly.
एक एक्सपेरिमेंट आप कीजिएगा। जब आप यहां से जाएं, पहले 10 आदमी जो मिले आपको, उनसे पूछना इस बार किसको वोट दे रहे हो। 10 में से कम 7 आदमी आपको कहेंगे कि एक नई ईमानदार पार्टी आई है, इस बार झाड़ू के ऊपर वोटिंग लगा रहे। तो आप समझ जाइए कि 28 से 32 सीट के बीच में आने वाली है गोवा के अंदर।
Defending his party's chief ministerial candidate Elvis Gomes, a former bureaucrat, Kejriwal brushed off all allegations against him. Gomes is a former IG prisons. He's facing an anti-corruption bureau probe into an alleged housing scam. Alleging that he was falsely targeted, Elvis Gomes claimed that AAP will sweep all 7 seats in the Mapusa region.
आणि सातूय आमचे उमेदवार जे हांगा बसले आज बाळदेसांतले ते सातूय उमेदवार जिखून आयले हे खात्रीन हांव सांगता आणि एक वॉशआउट जावन आम आदमी पार्टी बाळदेसान एस्टॅब्लिश जाता.
Kejriwal also addressed another rally in Sanquillim town. Both rallies saw the Aam Aadmi Party convener making a string of promises, although he did not quite explain how the state will improve revenues. The poll promises included resumption of mining in the state, preservation of 80% jobs for Goans in new ventures, raising old age pension from 2,000 rupees to 3,000 rupees, and unemployment doles. With camera person Prashanto, this is Sanjay Kumar's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
And here are more updates from the poll-bound states in Polpuri. 695 nomination papers out of the nearly 1,950 were rejected in Punjab after scrutiny for the 4th February assembly polls. Over 1,200 nominations were found valid though. In fact, one of the ones that were kept pending were in Hoshiarpur and 2 in Mansa. The last date of withdrawal of candidature is the 21st of January and the counting of votes will take place on the 11th of March. Filing of nominations kicked off for the first phase of polling in UP to be held on the 15th of February. The second phase will cover 67 assembly constituencies spanning 11 districts of Uttar Pradesh. In fact, the nominations for the second phase of polling will continue till the 27th of January, while scrutiny would take place on the 30th of January. Nominations for assembly elections in Uttarakhand began today as well. Polling for all 70 constituencies, remember, will be held in the state on the 15th of February in a single phase. Nomination would be filed up to the 27th of January and scrutiny would take place on the 30th. February 1st is the last date for withdrawal. And that's all we have for you today on Verdict 2017. Thanks for joining us.